You can talk. Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Ireland Esports Collegiate Series National Semi-Finals, supported by Red Bull, here live on Twitch. We are, of course, a Tuesday evening, which is Rocket League. I am Gib, and I'm once again joined by the wonderful, the fabulous Jacko. Jacko, we have two best-of-5 series for the beautiful viewers at home this evening. Why don't you give us a little bit of a rundown as to who we are going to be seeing for our first series of the evening?
Yeah, so Premier Division has concluded throughout the year. Both splits have ended, and of course they were won by SETU, who we'll be seeing momentarily. But points from those have led to standings, creating a top four, which is who we'll be seeing tonight. We will be seeing, first up is going to be SETU against Maynooth, who SETU qualified first, of course, in terms of points by winning both the Winter 25 and Spring 26 split. And then Maynooth, who crept in with just into the end there on the fourth spot. So they will be taking on Maynooth in this first semi-final. Directly after this, we'll be seeing maybe a little bit more of a closer game between TUD and Trinity. Trinity, of course, finishing second, both times for them making the finals each time, losing out to SETU. And they will be playing against TUD, who finished in third. But at the moment, it's going to be SETU against Maynooth. So SETU roster is going to be Panda, Tomster, and Solo. So Solo is going to be stepping in for Shallow, I think, at the moment. So that roster, varies on occasion. So all of them more than capable of playing. Definitely the strongest side here at the moment, because Maynooth are currently down one of their stronger players. Maybe not the best time for them to lose Krolic, but Krolic is not competing tonight. They have a sub in the form of Mini Kai coming, who hasn't competed, I don't think, at all throughout the split. They're sitting at about the diamond rank, and for those not familiar with Rocket League rank distribution, sitting around the mid-ish level, maybe slightly below. But they are currently going to be going up against some hot talent in this SETU roster. That Maynooth roster is finalized with big, huge Jamie, who has played throughout the season, as well as their strongest player, No One Knows Nova. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting game, I think. It's going to be very much SETU dominated. Whether or not Maynooth will be able to put up much of a battle will all be seen, but SETU will more than likely be taking this one and moving on to Nationals Finals live at GamerFest in the RDS on the 23rd and the 24th of May. So that's obviously what's at stake here. If you win a game, you get to go to GamerFest, you get to play live on LAN. So big moment for some of these teams. Of course, many of them at this level would have played on LAN before, but to play in front of a crowd as big as GamerFest is obviously a great opportunity, Gib, and we should be waiting for everyone to get into our lobby now. We have had one person disappear because maybe we've been talking a little bit too long, but would you say I'm right in my assertion, Gib, that SETU should be more than likely taking this game?
Yeah, I think SETU on paper, especially when looking at their results through the previous kind of seasons of Ireland Esports Collegiate Series, throughout the years, they have been kind of that dominating force that, is yet to be dethroned. They had a little bit of a run-in with TUD a couple of seasons ago, but it seemed to be a little bit of a blip on the radar for the most part. They have kind of firmly kept themselves in the driver's seat ever since then. But, Maynooth having Mini Kai not being a competitor of Rocket League per se, but has appeared last collegiate season in the F1 kind of competition, could be a little bit of a curveball. A Diamond 1 player in a lobby full of, GC3, SSL players could always, be the one to pick up those positioning goals that maybe they're not expecting them to be there.
Yeah, and as well, it's been commented in All Ireland as well. For example, Jamie is currently on 120 hours in the past two. I've seen that published a few times. So Jamie, although maybe sitting about the GC1 rank, maybe on, as I said, maybe on a little on the lower side in terms of this lobby, is probably playing some of his best Rocket League at the moment. So That's going to stand to him. Probably the best time you'd want to go 120 past two. And then Nova as well, I think, hitting SSL in the past few days in twos. So consistently around that rank are they. So probably looking in good form as well. But Solo, of course, being thrown in to this team as well at the moment. He is no stranger to the SETU roster. He's been there for a long time now. He's been there since it was on the WIT roster, beating me back in my UCC days. And he was, of course, part of that team that went to Dallas back in 2023, I believe now it was. So, long-time veteran of the collegiate scene and the Irish Rocket League scene. He'll be looking to make a good performance in this game, maybe playing for a game or two. We don't know at this point. If Tomster doesn't come back, it might be a little bit quicker than we think for Shallow to come back. We think it was originally meant to be Tom going for a game or two and then being subbed in, but I think as Tomster is here and Solo is going to be replacing Shallow for the coming minutes.
Yeah, it's it's a lot of chopping and changing at the moment for teams. Just, I think at this moment in time, a lot of exams are happening, a lot of kind of assignments are due, and being that most of these players, all of these players are in college or university, it's a case of having to find those times when you have that spare moment to compete, especially at this high level. And there we go. He's joined back into the lobby, and you can be saved from my waffling for a little longer as we get into the game there.
Yeah, also to note, Tomster sitting in free play warming up as we were taking maybe a little bit too long for his liking. Completely valid. I think if I was good enough at the ball, good enough at this game, I would be wanting to sit in free play rather than sitting waiting in the pre-lobby. But just to know as well, you may not notice, you will notice that our overlay is not appearing, and of course that is due to Rocket League recently converting over to easy anti-cheat and of course disabling Bacchus mod, which of course runs a lot of the overlay system. So we haven't yet transitioned over to the new Orali Stats API, so we will keep you updated on scores throughout the series if at any point you are unsure who's winning what game, and we will definitely make that more aware in the TUD Trinity series, which may be a little bit closer than this one. But at the moment, in this first minute of play, Manus holding their own. It'll be interesting to see how Minikai can do, though. As I said, unknown quantity, as you mentioned earlier. Used to the more fast-paced speed of the F1 track, so we'll have to see how they will compete in this one. So I'll take a gift to you, Gib, and we'll see how this first game goes. Best of 5, of course, as well. So first to 3, and we'll see who will take this one in this first game.
Yeah, definitely SETU trying to break up Maynooth's defense that little bit and get a goal through early on, but almost 2 minutes into this game and nothing scored just yet. Nova going to get a clearance, but Tom getting a body in the way to stop that from becoming anything more dangerous. A timely demo coming out from Nova, letting Jamie bring the ball all the way down to SETU's side of the pitch. Nova coming up the wall to get a touch to it, but Solo going to clear it out towards Panda. Panda not quite able to connect with the ball. Minikai keeping it in that corner, but Tom taking it off the back wall, taking it high, gets it under Jamie, and Nova to beat. Nova gets a touch to it. Looked dangerous there from the SETU side, but danger was averted. Jamie, very low boost, manages to reach and get a touch to that ball, keep it from going in. Minikai picking up possession, passing it over to Nova. Nova going to get the clearance as far as Tom in SETU side of the pitch. Panda going to pick up a save for himself, not too shabby. Minikai going in with a challenge. 50 not quite working out in his favor, but Tom trying to get a touch to the ball now. Nova keeps it into the corner. Jamie picking up that full boost, tries to get it past Panda, can't quite manage to do so. Solo going in to take a shot. Tom keeping that pressure going, goes for the redirect out of the corner, but Nova going to send that back into the midfield. 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Who is going to be the team to open up this scoreline for themselves?
I think Minikai is going to feel like I did in my first series against WIT 6 years ago now. I think you're going to see a lot of fast-paced Rocket League, probably not what you're used to seeing unless you're watching competitive Rocket League each weekend. So it brings me back to that moment. But at the moment, Maynooth holding their own, nothing across the board as of yet. And we frequently make this point, Gib, but because SETU are so good when they play some of these lower level teams, we don't know how much foot they actually have on the gas at any certain point. This could be a quarter of what they actually are capable of. So we see some pre-jumps coming in from them. They could be looking for the clean, artistic play rather than the easy cut goal. But you never know with the SETU squad if they're going to go full belt or they're going to take it a little bit easier and try and go for the nicer play. Solo here looks to cut that one off in the middle. Panda tries to slot it in to the top right corner. But yeah, SETU at the moment, they're still down 0-0 here to in Maynooth and SETU. No one here getting any first goal here though, but 8 shots are going SETU's way. Only 1 shot from Nova coming through, so it looks like it's going to be SETU that's going to get the first goal based off shots, but we'll have to see if Maynooth can maybe slip something in here, and they might be able to get something in here, and they have. It is Jamie who slots that one in, catching off guard here. Panda gets the ball here, and it's Tom, I think, there, who maybe might have dove a small bit there, but yeah, it's Jamie now, 120 past 2, kicking in right now. He's leading this score, leading leaderboard at the moment in terms of points, goals, and saves. Going really well for him at the moment. But it's Nova now, actually with the most saves, but it's Solo who takes that opportunity for the taking. Nova gets a save, but it's Solo who follows up with that one. And on their 10th opportunity, SETU finally strike gold and level this game.
Yeah, 55 seconds left on the clock. Very quick, 2 very quick goals in quick succession. Minikai going for a 50 on that. Tom gonna try and get a touch to it. Jamie getting the clearance, but only back as far as Solo it went. Minikai getting a touch to it, but Tom gonna play the ball around him. Jamie in the corner, trying to get it past one, gets it past him, but Solo able to get a touch to it. Back to Nova it goes. Panda waiting patiently for that ball to drop. Solo getting a touch, bringing it into the corner, picking up that boost from under Minikai's nose and trying to get the reset. Tries to pinch it off the ground. Tom gonna pick up possession, but out it is so far. SETU hunting that second goal to give them this 1-game advantage that they're looking for. Minikai getting a good bump on Panda there, trying to keep him away from the net. Nova getting the clearance now. He's no boost, but his opponents don't know that just yet. Managed to play a good 50, but Solo going to pick up possession. Minikai, good catch from him. Gets it over, tries to pass it to Nova, but Tom getting in the way of that, intercepting that ball, and down it goes for the first overtime of the evening. It is Game 1, Series 1 overtime, and it is all heating up now.
Yeah, all to play for here at the moment. Maybe not the way I was expecting it to go, but great to see. Nonetheless, if Maynooth can get a sneaky victory in here and get it off, but it's just gone to the left and wide. Tom now passes it over. It's a great save by Nova there on the line. If Maynooth can slip a goal in here and take a Game 1 lead here, it'll go very good in their favour in terms of momentum, but SETU now looking to get another through on their 13th opportunity. Can they get something through here to finalise this game? It's a pass back to Solo, and Nova doesn't make maybe make contact with it. Maybe gets the ghost touch, unfortunately, for that one. But yeah, it's back there to Solo, and Solo gets it through here. Let's watch that again. Yeah, on my screen, he definitely made contact with that one. As Nova is questioning whether this game was a server test. Unfortunately, not for him, but maybe this a strong performance start off here for Maynooth, although they didn't get the victory. But SETU now leading this game. Strong performance by Super Sub. Solo, 14 shots from SETU. Unbelievable performance from them in terms of shots. So 2-1 is the score to SETU here, getting through their first win of the series. 2 more and they make it to the national finals.
Yeah, SETU, they're going to be happy to kind of put Maynooth back in their place after getting that opening goal so late in that first game. They're going to be wanting to close this out as quickly as possible, and Maynooth are not going to make their lives easy in doing so. Panda, beautiful pass out to Tom. Tom just in the prime position there to slot that home for themselves. And SETU once again in the lead in this game 2 very early on, 22nd goal for themselves, and they're going to be happy with that one. Maynooth now trailing. They have 1 goal deficit to their name. An interesting kickoff there. It looked like Nova was trying to fake it. Jamie tried to get a
strat
touch.
Apparently from Tomster.
Minikai, unfortunately did not connect with the ball there. Nova trying to play it into the corner, trying to keep that ball high for a teammate that's not there, and Solo gonna 50 it out to Jamie. Jamie got a touch to it, and Panda trying to send it home. A demo came out on Minikai there. There was nobody back to save that, but not in just yet.
Jamie is getting that save on the back wall as I watched Minikai reverse back along the net. Just didn't come to them though. So luckily they might have made contact with that one, but it's Nova now getting the hitter off the back wall currently. But it's SETU at the moment looking strong once again here. 3 early shots from them have put them in the lead. Tomster poached in the middle, got that goal from the pass from Panda. 3:43 here left on the clock. Will Menus be able to do a little bit of magic like they did in that previous game? Nova going for the bump there, trying to start a play, but we might see another bit of SETU action here as Tom tries to get the redirect and can't unfortunately make contact with it. Jamie looking to get a big clear, and he does get a big clear, but Panda meets it in the middle. But yeah, Menus at the moment trailing by 1, and we'll have to see now whether SETU will up the ante in this game, or maybe Menus might be able to sneak one back.
Yeah, good demo from Nova there. Minikai trying to get something in the box. Jamie, a little bit of a double commit coming out from Manuth. A little bit of panic on that attacking front, but not punished for it just yet. Solo getting a touch to it. Nova keeping it out, as well as Minikai. Tom sends it back into Manuth's corner. Minikai going to pick up possession, tries to get it past Panda, can't quite manage it, but Nova going to get the save. Tom floating in the midfield for that one. Jamie managing to clear it back as far as SETU's side of the pitch. Panda getting a touch, maybe not the one he wanted for the clearance. Nova not quite able to convert it into a goal just yet. Tom on the attack now. Solo to follow him up, and a beautiful shot that was from him from the corner. Manages to get it past 2 defenders waiting on that back line. Tom with a good bump on Nova. Jamie just not quite able to connect with it, and Minikai again kind of stuck in the middle of the two of them. 2-0 to SETU now with 2.5 minutes left on the clock in this game 2. It's going to be interesting to see, can Manuth pull something out of the hat? That being said, Panda with a beautiful solo play, just carrying the ball across from the sidewall past Jamie, and in it goes.
Yeah, it's a sight to behold, that CRL 2023 World's Contender tag that Solo is rocking. Tom, of course, as well, the bearer of that tag in this lobby. Brings you back to the good memories of the massive movement that was for the Irish esports scene, especially the Irish collegiate scene in terms of Rocket League. But back to the game at hand here. It's SETU now 3-0 ahead. Goal apiece for all of them, but Panda at the moment maybe looking for more with 4 shots. Tom and Solo converting 1 apiece from them. That one's bouncing back towards the middle. Panda's not going to be there for the follow, but Solo, 100 boost is going to be working that one back. Panda is going to go back for that boost on the other side and misses it again though. Tom's going to work this one back up off the back wall. Yeah, main news at the moment, nothing going as well as they did for them in their first game. That's a banger of a shot from Solo. He has been playing exceptionally well in this series. I don't think they're going to keep him in, especially if Shallow is available, but we'll have to see for national finals if they make it there. Who's going to be that roster? You expect it to be Panda, Tom, and Shallow, but you never know sometimes. They do like to rotate their players around. It's back to the game now. Minikai looking to get a touch over, but trying to get a shot into the middle. It's back to Jamie. Saved by Solo, Gib.
Yeah, Solo, the star player, the man of the hour at the moment. Got that beautiful goal for SETU. Has managed to get a couple saves, but team bumping Panda out of the way. Just taking him out of that play altogether. And Tom gonna have to clean up shop to get that 4th goal. Looked a little bit of a miscommunication potentially, or maybe just hunting for the glory of that goal. 4-0 to Manuth now, or to SETU now, apologies. And Manuth now trailing by a substantial enough amount. It's not looking likely that they'll be able to convert into a win for this game 2, as Panda gonna secure a 5th goal for himself. Nice using that reset to get a goal in, just bouncing it off and getting the final touch to it. 50 seconds left on the clock now. I think it's pretty much confirmed that SETU are going to take this game 2 for themselves.
Yeah, if they're not setting the tone for how the next game is going to be and what they're looking to finalize their position in this national finals, then we have to see now. But May Neusto get one on the board. It's Nova getting the goal here. Mini Kai getting the bump in the middle and getting the pass over to Nova. Gets a nice shot off, and that'll be a nice one to take for Mini Kai to get a nice assist there on the board. But 11 shots here from SETU. It's been a ever so dominant performance by them when they had a 6 to their tally and a hat-trick to Panda's name. Half conversion shot, 3 from 6 for them. Going SETU's way at the moment, and as you said, it's looking like it's going to be their game unless miracles will happen from the May News side. We have to look forward to the game 3. What can May News do any differently? Going into this, of course, it was going to be a tough challenge for them. They held on very well in game 1, but as I said, you never really know when SETU are upping the ante or when they have the full pedal to the metal. So we have to see how that one will go in game 3, but the way things are falling right now, SETU will go 2-0 ahead in this series. They won that first game, of course, 2-1. So the clock will count down, should drop down towards 0. And Nova's up for that one. Can he get it through? No, he cannot. That one's going to drop down for Panda if he doesn't get a redirect in towards the net. Game 2 here going to SETU on to series point. 1 game away here from sending themselves to the national finals at Gamer Fest.
Yeah, the national finals, the Esports Collegiate Series national finals, of course, will be hosted in the RDS in Dublin on between starting the 23rd and the 24th of May this month. Of course, next weekend at Gamerfest. Of course, if you are interested in seeing that live, you can do so by heading to gamerfest.ie and getting your tickets sooner rather than later, I would say.
Yes, absolutely. As you said, make sure you get your tickets from the correct source, gamerfest.ie, for all your tickets. So, everyone's waiting for me to ready up while I was busy checking stuff for the game. Black screen has occurred, so I did read earlier. Apparently, sometimes that can indicate that there's a cheater in the lobby. So maybe Menus you go up to some tactical tricks here to try and get themselves into the reverse sweep here, but more than likely the case is Rocket League acting up with the new easy anti-cheat update. So we'll have to wait and see now how this one plays out. Connection, we have to go back into the lobby here. So yeah, so 2-1 there in that first game, and 14 shots for SETU, and another substantial amount of shots for them in that previous game. So we'll have to see how Menus can really pull this one back. I believe that score, it slipped my mind, Gabe. I believe it was 6-1 to SETU. I forgot to write it down. Can you confirm for me?
Yep, 6-1 to SETU. Panda not quite able to get a 7th goal on the board for themselves.
He did get a hat-trick though, so we will give him that. We will give that one to him. He did have a strong performance in that game. We should be momentarily rejoining the lobby, so don't worry. We will be coming back to it just any moment now. Players will have to rejoin. Technical difficulties at the moment, so nothing to worry about. Everyone should be here, and they are. As I said earlier, technical difficulties wise with the overlay, for those of you just joining us now, 2-0 to SETU, 2-1 in the first game and 6-1 in the previous game. First game looking quite close, but Panda now in this third game looking to seal the deal. Banging shot, 122 kilometers an hour. SETU now leading 1-0 here early on in this game.
Yeah, Panda opening up the scoreline with that absolute scorcher of a goal, and Looking like he's going to get a second to his name very quickly off the bat, off that kickoff as well. 2-1 or 2-0 to SETU already. Solo managed to get a good 50 on that kickoff, and Panda there to capitalize on it. Just going to let it roll into the back of Manuth's net. Manuth, it's time to pull something out of the bag. You need to throw the kitchen sink at it and just, use every tactic you have to keep yourselves in this series, in this competition, to give yourself that fighting chance to be in the grand finals. And there it is. Nova going to open up the scoreline, or close the scoreline that little bit for themselves. Now just one goal between the two teams. And a beautiful pass from Jamie coming in as well.
Would you say open up the scoreline is correct terminology as well? I don't know. Oh, actually, no. Open up the scoreline is for the first goal. Never mind. Ignore me. I'm not a caster or anything. So, yeah, 2-1 here starting off this series in the first 3 seconds. Action-packed so far, but first goal coming out for Nova for Maynooth, and Panda once again. Hat-trick in the previous game, and now already 2 for 2 in the first 30-40 seconds of this game. So kind of worried to see what will happen for the rest of this game from Panda. Maybe we'll be able to pile on another good few heroes. Tom is looking for the bump. It's passed into the middle, hit over there by Nova to the right hand side. That one is cleared, and it's back to Panda. So what Maynooth now, 1 goal on the board already, and that's pretty good. It's saved the line by Jamie, and it's hit over. Maynooth hanging on at the moment. It's another shot from Panda, the only shot scorer at the moment from that one, as he tries to slot another one in. Panda is throwing everything he can at this very point in time. So as I said, we'll have to see how many more goals he can score, but Maynooth at the moment just trailing by 1, keeping it a little bit more close in this one than the previous one.
Yeah, Maynooth just hanging on at the moment. No real opportunities opening up for themselves against SETU. That being said, Minikai getting it past Tom and Panda at the same time, and both players having to race back to their own backline to get that clearance out. Jamie gets a touch to it, but Tom coming in with that cut, and Solo trying to chase down that ball once again. Panda now on the ball, gets it to the back wall, but Nova there to intercept. Tom trying to get a touch to it, maybe not the right direction. Managed to get the reset in the end, but nothing comes of it just yet. Panda getting a touch, sending it back to the back wall. Nova getting it out as far as Solo, and Solo not quite able to send the ball the direction he wants. Jamie getting a touch to it once again. Maynooth trying to keep the ball away from their goal, and Nova gonna get the final clearance in the end, back as far as Solo, who's bringing it into the corner, trying to get a second touch to it, managed to do so. Tom off the back wall, gets the reset, tries to get it past 1, but Jamie getting a bump on Solo and sending Tom into the midfield. Panda on the ball now. Jamie gets a touch to it, playing it off the back wall. Can't quite get it as far as he needs to, and Minikai gonna have to get the clearance and just eviscerate, well, not eviscerate, but dissolve the pressure.
I would say, back to terminology 101ing what else to your casters, but I would say eviscerate is not a bad way to wear it, but at the moment Panda is eviscerating this game. 3 shots from 5. He is doing everything he can at this moment to solidify SETU's place in this national finals, and everything is going SETU's way at this moment. Not much to be seen from the other 2 players, but 1 shot from Tom, and he has been putting up some saves. And Nova, the only goal scorer from Maynooth at this current moment. They need to up the ante ever so slightly, or else they will be going home, unfortunately, and not going to Dublin. So Jamie now looking to get a pinch there off that wall. Gonna have to see now how the rest of the game will play out, Gib, but with the way things went last game, with the way things are currently going, SETU, if not Panda, will definitely get them there over the line. Solo, great shot from him, just as I was saying how well Panda's been doing. Solo with a beautiful backboard read there. What a shot by him. Oh, gets the flip reset and flips it in. Beautiful shot by Solo, showing that he very still much has it. It's hard to believe that he's their sub when he's so good like that. But yeah, slotted in perfectly by him. Definitely helping the team in this moment, and definitely helping them secure their place in the national finals.
Yeah, 4-1-2 SETU now. Bit unfortunate from the side of Maynooth on that last goal. Big, huge Jamie looked like he was going to go for the squishy save, but almost second-guessed himself, psyched himself out for going for it, and could have potentially capped that out from the back of their net. Now Jamie going to redeem himself a little bit, get that clearance out as far as Nova, but Panda going to pick up possession on his own back line, get the clearance out over Minikai. It goes for the shot, and off the crossbar, off the woodwork it comes. Minikai now on the ball, gets a second touch to it, but Panda going to try and cut that out. Minikai trying to get it over Solo, but Solo getting a touch to it. Panda once again on the ball, tries to put it into the mid, but Minikai going to send it back into the corner. Jamie picking up possession now, goes for the sidewall, manages to get it out as far as Tom. Nova trying to get a touch to it, but Tom using that jump to...
Oh my god. Sorry, that was ridiculous. I don't know how they even pulled that out. What are they doing right now? SETU are just flinging this ball across the net. I still can't get over that pinch. I would never wish any goal to be scored on anyone, but I really wanted to see how quick that would have been, how many KPH that goal would have been. I don't know what they lined up there, but everything just went so well for them in that pinch, and it was so close to going in. 8 seconds here left on the clock. Sorry to cut you off, Gib, but yeah, 5 seconds left here, and SETU are going to be taking this game, and it's going to be a 3-0 win for them here in this series. They have won here in this first semi-final of the night, and SETU are going to Dublin. They will be playing on Gamerfest LAN on May 23rd at 24th. So we already have one position secured already, and quite domination fashion by them to secure that position. Maybe expected, Gib, but Maynooth though putting up a little bit more of a fight than I would have expected.
Yeah, Maynooth definitely managed to keep SETU at bay. In that game one, a little bit longer than I think most people would have expected. They managed to put in a good performance, and in that game 3, they kept it not as bad as game 2. Maybe had a little bit of a slip, a little bit of the mental going there, but managed to put in a good performance and should be proud of themselves for doing so here in these semi-finals. We will be back to you very shortly with another series. We're just going to take a quick break while we get everybody into the lobby, so do not go anywhere.